solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that the evidence I shall give
that the evidence I shall give
before this honorable commission
shall
be the truth,
the truth,
the whole truth,
and
nothing but the truth.
the truth.
So I affirm.
What happened on the 3rd of October?
On the 3rd of October,
1966,
we woke up and surprisingly we had two groups of people, one coming from Owerri side and one coming through the Port Harcourt side. And they were shouting, Nzobu Nzobu Enyimba Henyi, Nzobu Yausa Enyimba Henyi. And
would you like to translate that into English?
Maybe, I don't know.
As far as you can.
That let's march, let's destroy, let's destroy the...
It was a war song.
Yeah, it was a war song. It's always a war song, usually by the Igbo-speaking people.
What happened?
The killing started. Among my relations, I lost my elder sister, Rekia.
How did she lose her life?
Rekia in particular, I will come to that. I lost my elder sister, Rekia. I lost my younger brother, Nuhu. I lost my uncle, Hamidu, and Hajia Mama. The pathetic part of it is the killing of Nuhu and Rekia. Nuhu was just barely 4 years old. They grabbed this poor boy, threw him up, and by the time he got down, they macheted him, and that was the end of Nuhu. Rekia was macheted the same time, but my Lord, they used stick, put through the private part of Rekia, and it came out from her mouth. And two people were
they pierced through her body.
When did you know you were coming to give evidence?
When I watched the proceeding in Enugu, and I saw that Ojukwu did still not accept that some of my relations were killed, that's when I made up my mind to appear here.
Who invited you to appear here?
I invited myself. I wrote to Arewa that I want to appear. If you check their website, you will see my letter. And Indigo cannot Indigo a Hausa man like me who has an Indigo sense. Speak on.
Did you take your brothers to anywhere before they were killed? If it is true?
If it is not true, whatever happened to my family should happen to your own, and you know whether it is true or not. That's my prayer. If it is not true, whatever happened to my relations will happen to your relation this time or in the near future.
In the previous episode, Colonel Yakubu Bako, a former military administrator of Akwa Ibom State, was called to the witness box in response to the Ohaneze Ndigbo petition. He narrated his horrid ordeal in the hands of the Igbos on October 1966 when his younger brother, sister, and uncle were murdered by an Igbo mob. Counsel for Ohaneze Ndigbo commenced his cross-examination and things quickly got escalated, prompting the chairman to adjourn the sitting until another day. In this concluding episode, Colonel Bako is again called to the witness box for cross-examination, and yet again, things got heated. I've created a link to the previous episode for those of you who didn't catch it, and if you do enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next video.
He recorded it himself.
I said, was it recorded
by
Kaduna,
Ojukwu, October 7, 1960? The prime actor recorded it.
I say, was it recorded anywhere in Kaduna in 1966?
If
When you
the
arrived
government
there?
of Kaduna then, the northern Nigeria then did, as a small boy, I wouldn't know.
Yes. You did not record it anywhere in Kaduna?
If the government, I wasn't in government then.
Before you became the military governor of Akwa Ibom, did you know that Arewa existed?
Arewa in which sense? Northern Nigeria, Arewa Consultative Forum, Arewa in English and Hausa indicate north. I don't know what, please can you clarify?
Any organization known as Arewa?
Organization of Arewa is here on court the day it was formed.
What I said, did you know it existed?
As at 1966, there was no Arewa Consultative Forum. There was no Ndibo.
Are you a member of Arewa Consultative Committee?
Committee?
Are you a member of this Arewa here?
I mean,
Arewa Consultative Forum.
any northerner is a member of Arewa
Are
Consultative.
you a member?
And
Answer
since
the
I'm a
question.
northerner, definitely I have to.
Are you a card carrying member?
Card carrying member?
Yes.
No.
Look, stop, please. When did you become a member?
The day Arewa was formed, any northerner became a member, and I became a member.
Did you attend their meeting any day?
If you attend Ndibo, I attend Arewa. If you don't attend Ndibo, I don't attend Arewa.
Look, witness.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the question. Answer. Not so quarreling here.
No, we are not quarreling. I want to get the point correct.
Have you attended any meeting of Arewa Consultative Forum?
On one occasion, I did.
Have you any time?
On one occasion, I did.
Where?
Kaduna couldn't have been Enugu.
Oh dear. When?
When?
Yes.
I didn't know you asked me this question. I don't have my diary here to tell you the date.
Was it before the appointment of this commission or after the appointment?
I don't know the date Arewa Consultative Forum was formed, but I attended the meeting.
I say, was it before?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't have the record. I don't have the record. If I say it's before or after, I will be contradicting myself. All I know is Arewa Consultative Forum was formed, and I attended one of their meetings. I don't have my record here. You want me to?
Yes. And my question is this. Did you attend that meeting after the appointment of this commission or before?
I have explained myself. I said I don't have the record. I don't want to say yes, it was before or after.
Do you know when this commission was appointed?
If I look at my record, I'll be able to tell you.
When did you know that Arewa was going to give a response to the memorandum of Ohaneze Ndigbo?
I didn't know. When I watched Ohaneze presentation in Enugu, I wrote to Arewa Consultative that I want to appear, since at Enugu they didn't even say anything about the killing in the East, that the world should also know.
Right. Beautiful. Do you know the difference between Nkwere and Ikwere?
My Lord, please don't play on my intelligence. Ikwere is an ethnic group in River State. Nkwere is a town in one of the Igbo lands.
Do you know the difference in interpretation? The word Nkwere and the Ikwere?
Ikwere is an ethnic group in Rivers State. Nkwere is a town in one of the Igbo lands.
So you don't know the meaning of Ikwere in Igbo language?
Ikwere in Igbo language?
Yes.
I'm not an Igbo man, I could have known.
You don't know the meaning of Nkwere in Igbo language?
That's exactly what I've just answered you.
Yes. Now, have you ever known about human anatomy?
Say again.
Human anatomy.
I no go school.
You were a colonel.
Yes.
You think
and
we come here to play?
I read arts, not science. I didn't do biology.
You
I
went to
read
school
arts.
then. You went to school then.
I went to school, BSc Management, MSc Public Policy. There is no anatomy inside. There is no biology inside.
So you know what human anatomy means.
I didn't study biology.
Do you know what it means? Answer this question.
If it means, I wish I read biology, I could have answered you.
You told this commission yesterday that a stick or rod was put through your sister's private part and it came out at the mouth.
Yes.
Is it possible by any means?
That's exactly what I saw.
I said, is it possible? Do you know whether it is possible?
I saw it as a child.
No. Do you know whether it's possible at all?
That is exactly what I saw. It's not being told. I saw it with my two naked eyes. I saw it.
I put it to you that it is impossible for somebody to put something in the private part of a woman and it comes out in the mouth. I put it to you.
I saw it.
For how many hours did it take them? How many hours?
I wish I had a record. I could have recorded the timing. Maybe you have never been involved and in a crisis. You will know exactly.
Witness. Would you
yes,
be civil?
my Lord.
Would you be civil and direct your answers to the commission, please?
Don't get annoyed.
You said that one of your people was skinned alive. How many people skinned him alive?
I said he was killed.
Skinned.
I said he was killed after Malam Garba Kefi was killed. Okidoki skinned him.
All right? How many of them skinned him?
I saw Okidoki.
All alone?
If there were other people I couldn't recognize, but I know Okidoki.
How many hours did it take to skin him?
I wouldn't know the number of hours.
Yeah? Good. And I put it to you that no one man can skin your brother or anybody alone.
I said Okidoki was the person I recognized.
You were a Christian when you were in school before the Civil War.
I was
a Christian.
I said it here, it's on record that Malam Garba Kefi in my house was teaching us Islamic studies. And anybody in Elele, we either attend Roman Catholic school, RSM, SDA, or Anglican school. These were the 3 primary schools in Elele.
I put it to you that you were a Christian before the Civil War.
Please don't insult me on religion. Because I was born a Muslim, my father was born a Muslim. President of Mbako Ikwere is here. He can testify. He can vouch for me.
I further put it to you that when you wanted to join the army, you changed your religion.
I changed
your religion.
Yakubu Bako is the son of Bako. The president is here. Please ask him. The first question he asked me is, you are from the Bako family? I said, yes, he was my father. Malam Garba Kefi was the one teaching us Islamic studies.
Your grandfather lived at Oka?
My grandfather?
Yes.
My own grandfather.
Your own grandfather lived at Oka?
Not my grandfather.
Right. It's not going to Yes. Now, you were dismissed in the army for gun running and convicted by the army. You were convicted by the army for gun running.
I was not convicted by the army for gun running. I was not even found guilty of possession. I told you yesterday, and I still repeat it today, I brought the pistol 1983 after my university degree in US.
Look, you want now to be pardoned.
President Olusegun Obasanjo was given pardon. Chief Edmodo Ojukwu was also given pardon. Is he starting from me?
Answer the question. You now want to be pardoned.
Like Ojukwu, yes.
You want to please the Arewa community so that they may recommend you for pardon.
Not at all, because already is with the President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Beautiful.
It has nothing to do with Arewa Consultative Forum.
Good. Let us go to another issue. When you were a governor of Akwa Ibom, military governor of Akwa Ibom, if you knew that a section of the army would revolt against you, what if you had information about it, what would you do?
A section of army?
Yes, we revolt against your government.
My government?
Yes, as the governor. What would you do?
If I had the information?
Yes.
Normally we report to the highest authority.
Is that only what you will do?
That's what is required of you, to report to the highest authority.
Good.
It's a law.
What would you require the highest authority to do?
They have the apparatus to investigate and do any other thing they want to do.
If the highest authority had their plan to use the army against you, would you know?
I wouldn't know.
Good. If they don't act on your information, thinking that it is their own plan that you were reporting to them, would they act?
They might not.
Beautiful. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes. Now you were here yesterday when the witness who gave evidence told you that Al-Hajj Yusuf knew about the coup of January 15th, 1966.
I was a small boy, I wouldn't know.
You were here yesterday when it was being said.
If it was said, it's on record.
Did you hear it?
Maybe I was not paying attention. If it's said, it will be on record.
All right. I put it to you.
Okay.
That from childhood, you have been gambling.
And as childhood, I put it to you, been stealing.
I also put it to you, don't worry, that because of your own style of living, you want to use this forum, that this commission, to establish your person within the Arewa group. Is gambling a criminal offense?
It is a criminal offense to gamble.
How did you ask?
My lawyer said, I said he had been gambling throughout his life. He's been a gambler. What is it? And you said it's a criminal.
He wants to be protected. He don't want to incriminate himself. Insulted?
Yeah.
And it's a criminal offense.
Well, suppose it's, well, I don't know. I don't know about faith. Self-incrimination. He can say that he doesn't want to incriminate himself, and he won't answer.
It's insulting a member of any faith. We call it gamble.
I don't know about that. Well, can we make progress?
Now,
Something that will carry this case forward. All these
Yes.
things, I don't know where we're
now,
going to.
since you have seen what happened in this tribunal, and you said you suffered humiliation, why was it not necessary for you to tell anybody at any time except in this commission?
I told you as in 1986,
come
it
on.
was told to Lieutenant Colonel Nona, an Igbo man who conducted the interview and investigation to establish my identity. Nona is a lawyer, is a retired lieutenant colonel, and is an Igbo man.
How much longer?
Just a
Our
minute,
time
ma.
is going up.
Yes, my lord.
We had about half an hour yesterday.
I put it to you that you are a suborned witness.
Eh?
I put it to you that you are a suborned witness.
I don't think so.
That's all for him, sir.
Give him any cross-examination?
My Lord, from Jacom, none.
None.
My Lord, from Rivers State, a few questions. My Lord, I have a few questions for the witness.
You want to ask questions?
Yes,
go on
Lord.
then. That's within your jurisdiction, so go on.
Colonel Yakubu Bako,
Yakubu Bako.
from your evidence in chief yesterday, you were born and bred in Rivers State.
That's right.
Atelele.
That's correct.
Your grandfather and father had previously lived there for years.
Yes, the exhibit of yesterday, maybe I didn't read it, contains that.
Yes. You have an idea how long these generations of your family had lived there? 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. Can you remember?
As at 1906, my
That was when your father was a member of the customary court. We will
No,
come
my
to that.
grandfather.
Yes, we will come to that. I mean, do you have an idea how long they might
That's
have?
what I'm saying. The report here says he has lived in LA for nearly 50 years.
Nearly
That's-
50 years, fine. That's okay by me.
26.
Yes. Your family, your pedigree had been there for at least 50 years.
That's by 20th November 1906.
Yes. Within this period, up to the time when you narrated here, had the Ikwere people of Elele of River State, amongst whom you settled, shown any act of hospitality, hostility to your family?
No, that's what I said, that if not for the people of Ikwere, so many of us could have been killed by those who came from Onhafia and Aba.
In other words,
They protected
Yes.
the Hausa community in Elele.
in other words, River State had been a haven of refuge for your people.
If not because of the civil war and the killing, I don't think we could have come back to the north.
Yes, in fact, even after the civil war,
We went
you
back.
went back and
Right.
peaceably and quietly repossessed your property. Is that okay?
Those we could, yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Now, in fact, in 1906, the people were generous enough to appoint your grandfather. I got it. I hope I am right. Your grandfather or your father?
My grandfather.
A member of the native court there, serving Ikwere Eche jurisdiction. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, I want to ask you my final question. Will it be correct to say that this type of treatment you enjoyed from the Elele people of Rivers State is available in all parts of this country?
As at now, there are River State people living in Kano, and they.
No. I mean, this
No,
type of.
I have to talk the one I know.
No.
I wouldn't-
Answer what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This spirit of a non-indigene being integrated
in River State.
to a point where he is even appointed into their judicial system. Is it available to everybody? Is it every part of this country you find such
I don't
generosity?
think so.
Very well. My Lord, I leave the witness here.
Yes?
No. We don't have any questions for him. No questions.
I see.
I'd like to ask the Council for Rivers State a question. In the light of this magnanimity that Rivers State has become very famous for, which has actually become the home of the Eagles,
Yes.
which by extension is the home of Nigeria, would you like to, I mean, do you still, why don't you extend this magnanimity to include resource?
Yes.
Would you like to change your position about resource
my
control?
Lord, I have a very simple answer to that. It's like a man who has a house and a visitor comes in for a room to sleep. After giving him the room, he asks for the sitting room. After giving him the sitting room, he wants the kitchen. The next day, the owner of the house is pushed outside. That is where our generosity has pushed us in this country.
No, but not with the northern community. We know our limit, and we've always been stopping at our limit.
My
No,
Lord,
you have represented Rivers State very well.
Thank you very much.
Yes, any other? We've gone. You want to re-examine? What are we wasting time really? Well, go on, I don't want to talk. Because what we are looking for is not what we are giving us.
I'm much obliged.
All
my
the
lord.
cross-examinations.
Yes,
I
they
don't know.
have done. Thank you, my lord. Much obliged. Colonel, explain to the commission the circumstances under which you were told that
Look,
you are
in
an Igbo man.
re-examination, you start. In cross-examination, we ask so. Then he can explain. What was he asked that you want to re-examine on? So start properly so that we know, follow you.
Colonel, could you inform the commission how you were accused of being an Igbo?
Definitely, it was sort of trying to protect the interest of the Igbos in the military. Because it's a situation, like I said yesterday, they saw me, an Hausa man, with Igbo sense. And somebody felt I was an Igbo man. That why should I go and take the slot of Kano State in the military? So the investigation was done, and it was found out that I did not take the slot of any, the Ndibo or the Igbo.
So it was not accusative, it was just for federal character purposes?
Yeah, for federal character, to make sure everybody gets his own share.
What statement was it that Ojukwu made, which we'll never forget?
That's, I've always said it is October 2nd, 1966, that he cannot guarantee the lives of non-Easterners and in Eastern Nigeria.
You are aware that there are East Zone councillors representing Fage local government?
Yes, there's an Igbo man as a councillor representing Fege local government, comprising Sabongari.
Thank you, my lord. That's all.
Something is disturbing here. You want us to take him seriously, that he did not commit any offense, that the bulk of the people arrested were Yorubas. They included him for federal character. You want us to take that seriously?
Indeed, my lord.
You want us to? Oh, thank you.
He explained
I was
the
suspicious
fact
that he was not, that doesn't know what you're talking about, but since you say we will take it seriously, that is correct, we will make a note of it.
My lord, if I was lying, I wouldn't come
Somebody
before.
ask you a question.
Yes, my lord.
My lord, probably it was not clear.
I just want to clear my mind because I thought he was joking.
Yeah, please.
But if he says, all right, that I didn't commit an offense, the Yorubas were listed as Kuru, they wanted me in to represent federal character.
His lordship.
That's what he said.
No, explain why you were accused as an Igbo man. Under what circumstances?
But not as an Igbo man.
No, that's...
Coup plotters were all Yorubas. They wanted him as an Hausa man to represent federal character.
My lord, the question I was asking him was in respect of a different issue of being in NDA. The other issue was not supposed to be a serious situation. It was a rhetorical situation. It was not meant to represent federal character as an offender. No, my lord.
He was representing the Hausas in the coup plotting.
He was being comical
Any
about
other
it.
witness?
It is being sarcastic about it.
My lord,
yes. But
sorry, man.
To the best of your knowledge, is there any such offense known to statute as other offenses?
In the military,
Yes.
under the decrees they feel like drafting, they put miscellaneous offenses and they don't give them definitions and nobody could challenge that. And to that extent, he could not know what other offenses were, but they were under decree, but not under the military law.
Yeah. So, I mean, you mean there was such a provision, or was it just a fiction?
For the purpose of the matters for which was taken to court, but my client would like to explain as soldier.
Coup plotting and other offenses.
Okay.
When you go and they don't find you guilty of coup plotting and they are ready to still convict you, you are convicted under other offenses. There are so many evidences, those who were innocent were convicted.
Okay. That's the situation, man.
Progress.
my lord, with respect,
No, somebody, whom are you appearing for?
with respect to my lord, the chairman, and distinguished members of the commission, let me seek the indulgence to announce my appearance for Afeni Ferry.
I see.
Yes, my lord.
All right. We are
Yes,
now
ma'am.
on cross-examination.
Yes, I know.
When
I
we
just
finish,
thought I should do that.
You are welcome.
Yes.
Yes? Time for your case now.
Yes, my lord, the middle belt is ready to...
Charge, my lord.
He feels very comfortable there. Do you want to go?
Definitely, yes, sir. Yes, my lord.
All right.